All right, what's going on, guys? Gonna share something that we're working on here for joint venture or JV deals. Those of you that have been around for a while in the real estate investing side of things know kind of what this is likely. However, those that have not been around for a while, people that are looking for some assistance in closing, sellers closing deals, where they have got a property that they're interested in purchasing and or don't necessarily know how to navigate all the way to the closing, don't know how to work through maybe some liens that have popped up, if they've got multiple errors or some other issues that come with that stuff. Typically a more veteran, more seasoned investor will assist those that are trying to get this stuff done. So it could be driving for dollars, could be knocking doors, cold calling, texting, etc., to make those marketing events happen and getting these sellers that are interested. And at that point, that wholesaler, that investor would be submitting the information onto a website or a web form. And this is what we have based off of what we've used in the past. So some of your basic information, such as obviously the property seller information, any notes about the actual property itself, walkthrough videos or pictures, the contracted date and end date, and then if they've got exactly what they think it's worth, comps that they have pulled, what they think maybe the after repaired value is, etc. This is all submitted, and then behind the scenes it is put into our JV deals or JV leads app, and that investor or their team starts working it and does a preliminary check. Does it have the contract attached? Does it have the photos? Does it have a video attached? And does it have some comparables of where they got what they think it's worth before getting it under contract? All that is in there. Once it's been checked and then approved, it gets pushed to the Deals app. And at that point, that's when we start the disposition process and working with the buyers that might be interested in that property, whether it's us as the buyer or buyers that we know. That starts the process. And in the Deals section, because the property address is in there, we've got some third-party connections and integrations that'll pull back exactly what it was bought for, bed bath count, square footage, lot size, some different amenities that it might have, who bought it, what they bought it for, and then it'll also list out comparable sales on a table, put it onto a map so you can see some of the comparable sales in the area. The Zillow Solds link, realtor.com, any pending for sale contingent, Redfin sold stuff, Zillow.com, their solds would show up. You'd be able to click the links, see that stuff. And then your disposition person would be able to assign themselves as the one that is working that deal. The whiteboard app is really just so you as a team can see stuff that is currently under contract being worked. Those that are attached with a buyer that are pending close, and those that have already closed. It's really just kind of a board for you to see what's going on with the different stuff that you have in that's been approved and that you're working through. Cash Buyers app would be exactly that, your buyers. And so you can assign or attach those buyers to the Deals app and be able to see on a board exactly how many times a buyer's bought certain properties from you, and then be able to build that relationship because they have bought 5, 10, 15 different properties from you versus maybe somebody that just bought one or two. Not to say that that's not important as well, but you can put priority on those that have bought multiple deals. The Contacts app would be contractors or people that you send out to do photos, other people that would be working with you, such as title companies, realtors, etc. It's more of a Rolodex. And then next to it, we have the follow-up app. So assuming that you are working with these JV partners, personally me, I would probably share the deal or share the deals item so that they can kind of see it going through the process. And then if for whatever reason the numbers don't work right now, but they could, assuming that the seller comes down at some point. You could put them onto the follow-up, and if and when that drip text message, drip ringless voicemail, follow-up stuff brings them back, that JV partner would be able to see that automated stuff brought them back in, and that the deal is now being worked again with buyers and has a new low contracted price. Obviously, you're working with them, determining what that looks like as far as the split at that point if you're bringing it back and have it recontracted at a lower price than what originally brought it in as. The comps app would be stored comps. So if you ran the comps, like I mentioned, that's available in the deals app area for that item, all the comps that were ran are just stored in that comps app. App data is more of a KPI or tracking area. So as you get the initial record or lead from the wholesaler, run your prelim. Those are different dates typically. Once you push it out to your buyers, that's going to be a date. Once it's contracted, that's a date. And then once it's closed, obviously another date. Those KPIs would all be tracked in that metrics app data area. Be able to see exactly what it's taking for stuff to close. Is it taking 15 days? Is it taking 60 days? What is the average close date ratio? And then maybe, hey, in this market it takes 45 days. In this other market, we're able to knock it out in 30 days. So does it become maybe a title company bottleneck, a lawyer bottleneck if you're closing with lawyers? Who knows? But that stuff being tracked would allow you to look at it and then be able to create report tiles on the home activity screen to see all of those KPIs listed out. Team Members app is for you to create the team members that you have on your team. So disposition people, and then assign them to the different deals and be able to see how many deals are being closed by certain disposition team members. The seller and CB CallRail stuff is if you're using CallRail for your local phone numbers. The seller stuff, hey, if they call text for a deal, it would all run back into the Deals app. And for the CB stuff, it's Cash Buyer. Any calls text would come back into the Cash Buyers app. You'd be able to text in and out from the Deals or Cash Buyers app. And if they call back, text back, it comes right back in. Some of these other apps that are off to the right may or may not stay. Sometimes as we use it for settings, things of that nature. At this point, this is something that we're testing out. And if it's something that you'd be interested in, reach out to us. We plan on kind of making some adjustments by our members. We're going to probably roll it out to 5 to 10 users. And then from feedback off of that, we'll make some adjustments and then offer this as a service to other investors that are out there that are running off of Podio, not necessarily just our Beast Mode Freedom users, but in general, those that are running Podio or want to run Podio for a JV joint venture application. That's something that we're looking to put together. So you can reach out to us, reiautomationsquad.com is the website. If you want to reach out, we've got our chat feature Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 for any questions you might have, or feel free to throw a question or comment on the YouTube video below. And once we release it, obviously we'll update and let you know there too. All right, guys, take care.